Authorities in Provo, Utah released an awful update in the case of a missing woman this week, announcing that her body had been found under chilling circumstances and that her former boyfriend has now been arrested and charged with her murder. According to reports, the case began on December 26, 2024, when Lisa Hyde was reported missing by worried family members. This was followed up about a month later by a bulletin put out by the Springville Police Department, which noted that Lisa still had not been found. That changed on February 23rd when police in Provo got a disturbing 911 call. It was from a man who said that someone he knew, 53-year-old Arturo Carrion, had admitted to killing his former girlfriend and hiding her in a shed. The caller also gave them an address of an apartment where Carrion was known to be staying. When police arrived at the scene around 4:30 p.m., they noticed there were 2 metal sheds on the property. When they spoke to Carrion, he initially told them they belonged to someone else and that the tenants at his apartment building didn't have access to them. However, when Carrion's mother showed up, she contradicted this and told him to hand over the keys. As officers made their way into one of the sheds, they were immediately hit with a foul odor that they recognized as decomposition. Moments later, they spotted a black nylon bag. Inside was the body of a woman. Sadly, it would later be revealed that these were Lisa's remains. According to charging documents, quote, the female had her hands bound behind her back with black wire, and there was a black plastic bag over her head and with a thick strap wrapped tightly around her neck. An autopsy noted that Lisa had bruising on her thighs, shoulders, arms, and chest. Her sternum was broken, as were several of her teeth. Carrion was arrested at the scene and is now facing charges of murder, abuse.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought that was her husband, but no. That looks like graduation picture. I thought that was her husband.
Or desecration of a dead body. While no official motive has been released at this time, reports state that Carrion had been arrested for domestic violence about a month before Lisa's murder. Sadly, it said that she leaves behind 2 children.
Authorities in the city of Jeffersonville, Indiana, say that a 34-year-old man is facing charges following an awful incident 2 weeks ago in which his wife was brutally murdered inside their home, a crime he allegedly committed in part because he was unhappy with her reaction to the Valentine's Day date he had planned for them. The whole thing began late on the night of February 14th when Jeffersonville police were called to a residence on the 6600 block of Westwood Drive with reports of a violent incident. A male caller told 911 dispatchers that he had reason to believe that one of the people that lived there, 36-year-old Deborah Meyer, was in serious danger and was being attacked by her 34-year-old husband, Taylor. When officers arrived at the scene, they got no response at the door. After forcing their way in, however, they came face-to-face with Taylor Meyer, who was apparently aggressive and uncooperative. The 34-year-old had to be physically restrained, but was eventually taken into custody. Unfortunately, that was just the beginning of what police would find inside, though. While searching the rest of the home, they found Deborah lying dead on the floor. She had been beaten and horrifically stabbed roughly 40 times. Deborah and Taylor's 3 children, all of whom are under the age of 5, were inside the house as well, though thankfully they were physically unharmed. Upon being taken in for questioning, Taylor reportedly offered a full and chilling accounting of the events of that evening. He said that it had all started when he planned a Paris-themed Valentine's Day evening for him and Deborah. According to Taylor, after seeing a photo of his wife holding hands with someone else in January, he had come to suspect that she was having an affair with one of her coworkers. As a result, he had organized this Valentine's Day event as a last-ditch effort to fix the relationship. The evening included Taylor ordering dinner, buying Deborah a new dress, and having their kids draw pictures of the Eiffel Tower. He said that he also gave his wife a handwritten card and that they had danced to their wedding song. He told investigators, quote, "It was the hardest I've ever tried." However, Taylor explained that the night had turned sour when he felt that Deborah was distant and that, quote, "she just didn't give a shit." They began arguing, and he said that she left the house for about 20 minutes. He stated he believed that during this time, she met up with her boyfriend, and that this enraged him because, quote, "For the last 2 months, I've been staying home with the kids every Saturday night while she goes out and whoever and lies to my face about it." After Deborah returned, Taylor said that he attempted to confront her and demanded to see her phone. When she refused, their argument turned physical, and they began wrestling over the device. During the altercation, Taylor said that Deborah punched him, but he managed to overpower her. At various times, he choked her, hit her in the head with a wine bottle, and pinned her to the ground, all while continuing to go through her phone. He stated that Deborah kept asking him, quote, "What are you going to do? Kill me? You're going to hurt me and leave our kids with no parents?" At one point, while Taylor said he was sitting on top of Deborah, he called the man that he believed she was having an affair with. She began screaming for help, so he went back to choking her and beating her until she was unconscious. That's when he grabbed what he referred to as, quote, "a big kitchen knife," stabbing Deborah dozens of times until she was dead. As if things couldn't get any more sickening, when this was all over, Taylor confessed that he'd taken a picture of his wife's dead body and sent it to her alleged lover. He included a message along with it that simply said, quote, "Your fault." Finally, he texted a family group chat informing others what he had done. All of this reportedly happened while the 3 Meyer children were asleep upstairs in their beds. According to reports, Taylor Meyer is now facing murder charges and remains in custody. He's expected to go to trial sometime in July.
Before even all that even happened, that should not have even happened. If you suspect somebody of like cheating, he should have just left the whole relationship right then and there. If he suspected her of cheating, he should have not even entertained none of it. I mean, I think that he would get like full custody of the kids because they're married, so he would have proof of her like going out of like the marriage and like cheating. He could take that to the judge and get like full custody of the children, right? Well, not full custody. I don't think they're gonna let him get full custody of the kids, but majority, like he would be the primary parent. To go through all of this and then just to text her alleged lover, "This is your fault." He doesn't even know if that's really what she was doing. I mean, going out every Saturday night and like not telling your husband or wife where you going is like, that sounds like cheating. But he didn't even confirm that she was cheating or not. Not that it matters anymore. It don't matter anymore. He done did what he did and he's going to jail. He don't matter no more. But to do all that, that was just unnecessary.
Before we wrap up, we'd like to take a second to give a huge shout out